made me. We have a lengthy story as to why she needed to go keto. I have a video for that. If y'all don't know, together we have a YouTube channel too. It's called Hungry Heath.
What is it called?
What's it called?
Hungry Heath, all one word.
Hungry Heath?
Heath. Heath, like my name. Heath.
Oh,
Heath.
Sorry.
Sorry.
There you go.
There you go.
Now lick it.
But you can tune in for that story because that's going to take a lot longer than 14 minutes. So I wasn't totally convinced on it. In fact, while she was watching all of her YouTube, all of her basically the keto sphere stuff, I put my headphones on and go off and watch wrestling or something. Just totally tune it out. And then I don't know what it was. One day she just had it on Dr. Barry. And I was like, this guy actually makes sense. He talks like a normal person. He's not all nerdy. He's like a normal person. And I don't know, and I just started liking what he had to say, and it made sense. But I was still kind of hesitant about it, and I was still eating my crap garbage. Like I've told people before, my favorite foods were always pizza, burgers, and tacos. Which is bread, which is probably the worst thing I could ever do. And I was close to 500 pounds when we started.
Wow.
Yeah. And the only reason why I say that is because it was about, I guess, 6 weeks or so in is when we finally decided to buy a scale. And when I got on that scale, I maxed out at 460 as far as it went.
Wow.
So I can safely say I was probably close to 500 pounds then. I wore an 8XL shirt, 52-inch jeans in the waist, but I technically was wearing them down below. I had what we call in the South Dunlop disease. My belly done locked over my belt. And I was wearing size 13 shoes. That's what's really amazing to me about it is that I've actually gone down to this is a 3X, and several of y'all have told me it's still too big for me. I expect to wear a 2X, but that's my little brother's clothes. I'm in a 42-inch jean now.
Wow.
And wearing size 11 shoes.
Wow.
I lost that much inflammation that I went down to shoe sizes too.
Wow.
But the best part about it, because I'm down now, I think when I weighed in last was on April Fool's Day. I was at 285.6. Like when I started, 460. So like I was saying the other day, I've lost almost 200 pounds.
Wow.
But what I'm most impressed with and what convinced me to be keto for life is I was a type 2 diabetic. I say was. And I was taking metformin. If any of you all have to take that, it was awful because just opening the pill bottle, it stunk. And it was a giant horse pill I had to take once a day. And I just hated it. But then my doctor actually called me and told me to stop taking it because it could be harmful to me because I'm no longer a type 2, is what he told me.
Wow.
Because when we first started, I was eating all the baked bread, or whatever you call it, the keto bread, the low carb stuff. And I was still driving through McDonald's or Whataburger and eating my value meals and stuff. Or just, cheating when I wasn't at home where the warden could see me. And I don't know how many times we cleaned out our pantry and gave all that stuff away and just threw it out. We had to do it like 3 or 4 times just to get all the toxins basically out of the house. And that was a little over 3.5 years ago when we started. Yeah. And and when the doctor called me, I was about, I think, 2 months into it. So I reversed it that quick too. Yeah, I had to sit down and really think about it. Like I said, that's what convinced me. And I don't know. And then about a little over a year ago, I had a work accident, and we determined I was having really bad vision problems. You can see me when I walk around. I still have some mobility issues. They determined that I have MS. I have lesions on my brain. My wife's always told me there's something wrong with my head. So I guess she's right. But I tripped and fell, hit my head, and then I started having really bad vision problems. I went to an eye doctor, and they told me there's nothing wrong with my eyes. It's all neurological. So they finally did the MRI on me, and that's when they figured out that it's the MS. So then I read once again, leaned on Dr. Berry. I reached out to him. I sent him a message on Instagram, and he told me what I need to do is go back to just like as few carbs as possible. So for a while there, I wasn't straight full-fledged carnivore. I called it carna-close. Carnivore adjacent. Because I love spicy food, and I was still eating my pepperoni, jalapenos,
Those
any
are
kind
approved.
of peppers, and I still like pickles and stuff like that. So I was still really, really close, but that really helps me. And then we figured out too, we had to stay in a hotel for about 4 months or so while our house was being renovated due to the Texas snowpocalypse in there in Houston. And the free breakfast the hotel was putting out with hard-boiled eggs. I was eating 4 of those a day, and I was feeling amazing. So once again, the warden started researching and trying to figure out, and she remembered another video by Dr. Berry talking about the benefits of eggs. And she figured out and read about it and everything that the hard-boiled eggs actually are better for me than fried or scrambled. So I eat 4 hard-boiled eggs every single day now.
Good job.
Just to make sure that it's basically food as medicine. That's what I feel like it works. And I don't know, y'all don't make me nervous. I don't feel like I deserve to be up here. There's so many people more informed than I am. And I don't know.
Yeah, but what worked for you?
Yeah.
What worked for
You're the
you?
reason why we're all here.
And then, it's probably silly, you're going to laugh at this, dude. I've been a lifelong pro wrestling fan. It's still real to me. But one of my favorites is a gentleman named Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And if we watched his story, if y'all ever go look it up, it's amazing. The Arthur Gorman story. This guy was a paratrooper that was wounded, having to use those canes.
Oh, yeah.
Arms. But give me that video, and then he's at the end of it by following Dallas. He's running at full force. So the reason why I'm saying is I do what he has. He has his own yoga program.
Yeah.
It's called DDPY.
What
But
is
he
it
says
called?
it's not your mama's yoga.
DDPY.
Yeah, it's DDPY, Diamond Dallas Page Yoga. But he makes sure to let you know that it is not yoga. It is his version of it. And by doing that, I feel like that is what gave me my mobility, because I've had several flare-ups with the MS, and I've had 2 different occasions where I had what they call drop foot. The worst one was my right foot, because then I couldn't drive. It's the gas pedal and everything. And when the deal was my eyes too, I had to wear an eye patch for a while to help me see better. But through the flare-up, I had to use a walker for a while to get around. And then I'm gradually, thanks to DDPY, I was able to use a cane. And now you see me walking normal.
Right on.
But this is going to end up turning like an infomercial for DDPY. But because there used to be a show, I used to laugh at it all the time when I was a kid. It was on PBS called Sit and Be Fit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, his beginning stages, he says you can start anywhere. Even if you're bedridden, you can do his exercises. He wants you to modify it to where it'll adapt to you. And that's the only exercise I do is DDPY. I do it either 3 to 4 times a week, whatever his schedule is. Because at the end, you rate it. Well, after you finish your session, you rate it as the difficulty level. And then the next week, it bases what you need to do off of how you voted the previous week. But I started off what he calls chair force. And I couldn't even actually sit in a chair because I felt uncomfortable. I felt like I was going to fall out because we don't have any arms or any chairs at home with arms on them. But so I sat on the couch and did it. And there's a thick leather couch too, and pretty comfortable, and it felt kind of silly doing exercises on the couch. But from there, I moved to the next step, which he calls stand strong, where you use a chair in front of you for your extra balance, and that helped a lot. And now I'm doing his beginner stage, where I can just do it like I'm standing right now. I even went and bought yoga mats, put them down on the floor. It was a lot easier when I was doing it at the hotel because the ceilings were just taller. And in my living room, sometimes I pump my ceiling fan in my hands when I'm doing this stuff.
Is it on YouTube? Is it on YouTube where you go to?
Sometimes I will post me doing the workouts. I've done some of them.
Where do you find?
This is at DDP. I think it's DDPY.com. Yeah, DDPY. That's his mobile app, I believe.
Yeah, that's
DDPY
just
now.
downloaded.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I paid. It's a paid subscription. It's a monthly thing. Because I turned them off for this week. We're on the trip, but I could do it if I wanted to. I could pull it up on my phone and do the workouts along with him. And then he even has. He's not keto or anything like that, but he's very what's the word? Holic. I'm not a doctor. Whole foods is what his thing is. He's not real big on low carb either, but he just wants fresh is best kind of thing. The way he treats, but he'll do recipe videos and stuff too in there. But that's what I do. I just eat keto, or I actually like to say I do berry method keto. That's what I tell everybody.
Berry method.
Yeah, and then I do that in DDPY, and I feel like that has helped me immensely. And then listen to the wife. Beautiful husband. I've had some friends reach out to me and tell me that they tried it for a while, but when they stopped, all their weight came back. I'm like, why'd you stop? But I also thought about it, and I know I didn't put all my weight on overnight. It's not going to come off overnight. And it's not a diet to me, it's just my life now. If I never lose another pound, I'm still going to do this. Because that's more important to me than not being diabetic.
That's right. Yeah.
And I mean, I have splurged every once in a while still, but I feel like afterwards I feel awful. What's the benefit? People always call it a cheat day, but what are you cheating? You're cheating yourself. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm just a guy. Very simple-minded, I think. Very direct about it. But I mean, I appreciate you all humoring me with all this.